If you want to feel how to be the loneliest person in this world, start questioning your self-worth and self-esteem. Just use dating apps. Dating apps are not more rather than a tool for seeking validation. The addiction that the app gives you from matching with someone is stronger rather than the pursuit of looking for a relationship or trying to connect with them. It's a basic psychology when the dopamine rewards you to feel better. There was a person who allegedly worked in Tinder. That person said an algorithm is put for new users to match with someone whose profile is attractive, which is actually a bot. That bot will initiate conversation with the new users like, how are you, how's your work, and kind of similar stuff, then goes. It will stimulate the users to experience the same joy by looking for the other partners. It's similar of, I give you this drug for free, but next time you should buy them. According to the research in 2020, which the title is Profiling Dating Apps User Socio-Demographic and Personality Characteristic by Angel Castro et al. It said that 4% among 1,996 participants were in relationship, but they were saying they were single in dating apps. Or the other option could be called cheating. According to the research in 2016, the players of microdating, individual genders and difference in goal orientation toward microdating apps by Christopher et al. Actually, I tried to find the most recent research, but I didn't find it. However, it's still worth to read. It said that the stronger motives from the dating app users are looking for entertainment than sexual sensation, and the last is dating. Most women use the dating apps are for entertainment, while the men mostly are looking for sexual partner. I know it's kinda annoying for the women when mostly sweeping right to get matched, then they usually get sexual harassment in verbal, the dark side. The transformation, the new ways of dating, producing the hyper-successful predatory male and the female hypergamy behavior. Hypergamy is the action of marrying or forming sexual relationship with a person of superior sociological and educational background. If you listen to the podcast of Rob Henderson, Sex and Dating Apps, in Tinder, the women swipe right or like only 4% on the profile of the man and get higher chance to get matched, while the men swipe right about 60% on profile of the women and get the lower chance to get matched. Is a good example of hypergamy. Despite the risk for sex and get pregnant, the women there equalize the risk by looking for someone who can provide her and be competent for the long-term relationship, especially when they have child. In other words, they are paid off for the biggest price for sex by being selective for the men seeking mate because they already know it's dangerous for their emotion. And considering the risk of HIV or AIDS, that kind of behavior becomes cultural until now since dating app take part for its contribution. It's like they still dream of fairy tale princess who met the prince who wake her up by kissing then married happily ever after. A pathetic fantasy that run by immature adolescent delusions. And as for the men, they will be predator to lure the women to the bed by any means, without emotional intimacy involved to feel their short-term advantages. They will never think the terms of, I want to pair with this person. They just move on and continue their next conquest, ghosting. Ghosting is very common in dating apps. When your matching partner doesn't click with you anymore, most likely they will leave you unseen or not respond you at all, or just disappear easily like a ghost, without considering the emotional damage that you have taken. The most common reason they ghost you because they already find the most appropriate partner to get along with, because you are actually combating with other women or men to attract the person that you match with. However, being ghost frequently is not good for you. You will start questioning yourself like, what did I do wrong? Am I worth it? Why do you ignore me? Causing you to feel to have low self-esteem, feeling loneliness, feeling rejected, and worse, it damages your mental health. Objectification. What I really don't like about dating app is the process of selecting the partner just by swiping right or swiping left so quickly. You are being assessed in short period of time, as if you are an object without any kind of feeling, moral or dignity, like choosing the menu in the restaurant. One thing I wonder, do they mirror themselves when they are too picky? I mean, you should know your value. Just like I said before, hyper Jamie. People are too random. What I mean for being too random here is you don't even know those people's value, which background they are from, do they really mean it in their bio, or any kind of similar stuff. It's different if you meet the person organically, just like in place of gym. People there are aware about their self-improvement. Or if you like an art, then you can find person in artist community whose the interest is the same as you. Therefore, you can be sure that the people you met there also like art. You have verified their value when you meet them organically, and it's different thing and too random for you if you try to figure it out about the people you met in dating apps, cheating and accountability. Dating has been deteriorating these years. The transformation by matching the person physically into virtual worlds makes the chance of cheating getting higher, because you can match someone who is completely outside your social reality or your partner's, and your partner most likely will never know because there's no social circle involved that recognizes you between you and your partner. That also makes the less accountability to have commitment, which you don't feel any kind of burden or social expectation from the circle that knows you. For example, you have crush with the person whose the connection is your relatives, and you want your relative to introduce you to that person. Of course, you will not act dumb or doing something that hurts your self-image. Otherwise, they will likely to talk negatively about you. There's accountability involved there. Should you use dating apps? Then how about me, who's never been out to hang out with? I always stay inside home and never socialize so much. I want to establish a relationship with someone. Well, despite the data and what I said previously, dating apps may be the option for you. Yes, of course, there are a lot of stories about people who are successfully getting relationship through dating apps. Just take my information as your insight, so you can make wise decision next time you take a step forward to try dating apps. When you finally find your partner there, then congratulations. I made this content based on my experience and took some references on the internet. It gave me mental trauma. I had been using dating apps for years and uninstalled it for long ago. I was very lonely and hoping someone could cope my loneliness, but ended up getting worse and worse. After uninstalling them, I felt a big relief because I could escape from vicious cycle. I feel getting better and gain my confidence back. There's a quote that I always remember about: if you are thirsty, that doesn't mean that you have to drink the poison, but it's not about thirsty. Bye.